So why are the first like 10 or 15 minutes of your day so important every day? You hear people talk about this all the time. If you look into people like I do and you listen to a lot of different speakers, Tony Robbins calls it priming. He has this thing that he does. Tim Ferriss has a top 5 things that he does every morning. Andy Frisella, the CEO of First Form and the motherfucking CEO podcast, he has a Power 5 list that he says has to get done every day, and he's usually done by the time most people wake up, because the guy wakes up at something like 4 or 5 in the morning, some crazy shit like that. Same with The Rock. The Rock wakes up at like 3 or 4 in the morning sometimes to work out, depending on his acting career. So why are these moments so important in how you go throughout your day? The reason that they're most important is because you make the best decisions in your morning. The way that you set the tone for your day, the way that you set your state, is how you react in the morning, how you choose to be. So a good example of this is, have you ever woken up late? Say you wake up late, you miss your alarm or some shit like that, and you wake up, you're stressed out, and you're just really pissed off at everything. You're rushing to shower, you rush to eat, driving to work, and you just have terrible road rage. You get there and you're all stressed out, you're not being nice to people, and you just overall are not going to have a good day from that because your day had a bad start to it. That's a great example of why the first 10-15 minutes of your day are so important, because you started off on a bad note. So your state for the day was set. Your state was stress, it was anger, it was not positivity and happiness. It was not a good thing. And that sounds cheesy and corny, but think about it. If you do wake up when your alarm goes off, so for me, my morning is, right now, I have to wake up at 7 a.m. every day. And next week it's going to become 6 a.m. and then the week after that it's going to be 5 a.m. because I have an internship starting. But beside the point. So you have to wake up at 7 a.m. So you wake up when your alarm goes off, and then you have a list of a couple things that you know you need to do right away to get your day started. So you need a couple tasks to accomplish to give yourself momentum and to get a few things done that you know you need to do to move forward throughout the day. So one of these things, there's a famous, there's a truck driving by, I'm gonna wait a sec. Famous Navy SEAL speech on YouTube, I'm sure you can look it up. I don't quite remember the guy's name right now, but it's a commencement speech, and he says that if you want to change the world, the first thing that you should do is start by changing your bed. Not changing your bed, making your bed. Sorry, I don't edit these videos, these are fucking live. So, start by making your bed. Because if you do that, then you'll have accomplished the first task of the day. It's a very small thing, but it gives you a small sense of accomplishment and a small sense of momentum going forward. So I wake up at 7, I make my bed. After I make my bed, I have to shower, because that's part of what I do in the morning to wake myself up, clean myself off, and get ready for the day. I shower, and then I meditate. So I meditate, the way that I do it is typically through journaling and writing down visualizations of my goals and where I want to see myself, what I want to see myself accomplishing today, tomorrow, next year, several years from now. I kind of let my mind go and I just write. And I do that for about usually 10, 20, 30 minutes, depending on how much time I have. And then I'll sit there, I'll take some deep breaths, and I'll close my eyes, and I'll actually meditate for about 10, 20 minutes. I shouldn't have said actually meditate, but the traditional sense of meditation, where you calm your mind, you quiet yourself, and you do some visualization practices, which I picked up from Mark Divine, actually, in the book Way of the Seal. If you want to know some really good meditation practices, check him out. That guy's a machine. So those are the first 4 things that I do to start my day. Number 5, I do 25 push-ups and I do 25 squats. Why? That way you get blood flowing throughout your body. You start to activate your nervous system a little more by telling it that you're going to be doing some motion today. You know, you're going to have things going on. So that helps connect your muscular system to your nervous system. Just helps get you a bit energized for the day. It helps get you going, for lack of a better term. So let's compare the person who starts off their day like that. So let's say I start my day like that. Then I'm going to be in a happy state. I'm going to be in a much more positive place when I'm driving to work, when I get to work, wherever I'm going, because I've accomplished all these things already. I have so much momentum going forward. So when I'm driving to work, I'm not going to be rushed, I'm not going to be late, I'm not going to be freaking out and yelling at people. And even if I am and traffic's bad, I'm going to be like, oh, like, if traffic's bad and I'm going to be late, I'm going to be in a much better state to be like, okay, whatever, this is fine, you know, it'll be okay, I'll explain it to my boss, or I'll get there on time, you know, it's okay, I'll make up for it, it'll be all right. rather than if I were to wake up late and be stressed out and I was just going to start freaking out, yelling at people and blaming everyone except for myself. So you really do have to prime yourself in the morning. So I think that having a morning ritual is extremely important to starting your day. I also eat the same breakfast every day. That's part of the whole fitness bodybuilding lifestyle thing, but I know that people like Tim Ferriss do the same. Tim Ferriss has a cup of tea. I think it's black tea with a teaspoon of coconut oil, because it has a bunch of omega-3s in it that are really good for you. Helps get your brain functioning a little bit, and black tea is very high in caffeine. So set a morning schedule that you know that you can stick to, and one that you will appreciate and enjoy. Because if you actually consistently do that and you stick with it for more than a month and you make it a routine, you're going to start your day in a much more positive mental space. And that's just going to make the rest of your day go a lot better. You're going to be a higher functioning person. You know, I think of fitness as a way of making you function better as a person, not just physically, not just being, muscular. I can't even flex. I got this little thing right here, sorry. But not just being more muscular, but being able to function better on a day-to-day schedule. So in everything that you do, in work, reading, your relationships, your emotions, your mind, your spirit, all of that, I think all of that is part of fitness to me, and that's what I want to help you guys get better with. So if you have any questions about how you should set up a morning routine, or anything else that you guys would like to know about that, go ahead and ask me. I'd love to hear it. If you like this video, please hit the subscribe button. Thank you guys so much. One last thing, actually. Another thing that I'd recommend, the night before I go to bed, I always write a to-do list. A lot of people do this in the morning too, but that way when I wake up in the morning, if you're one of those people who struggles to wake up like me, and you wake up and you're just groggy and you're drowsy and you don't know what's going on, then look at your to-do list and you're going to see, all right, here's what I have to do. All right, I got to do my morning routine. Do that. Go to the gym. Do that. Go to work. Do that. Meal prep. Do that. It's the Power 5, kind of like Andy Frisella. I take that from him. If you're interested in what his Power 5 are, definitely check out his podcast, but it's basically a list of the 5 things that he has to do every day to continue moving forward in his chosen field and as a person. So thank you guys so much again. If you have any questions, let me know, comment, and shoot us an email. Yeah, peace guys.